sort of echoes out from the platform as Brother Danewind steps forward with his lantern. A warm Everdawn to you all. Famir's light has once again returned to the world, and in her light we may find peace and harmony. Is a firm voice, very even, very deep. As we go into the new year, let us pay our thanks to the lessons learned. Let us mourn those whose time has come to an end in the long dark. And finally, let us be grateful for new beginnings and for new friends, at which point his eyes flick to all of you. Novices, at which point you see all of the, they all there's a subtle shift through the crowd as they all snap up.
Yeah.
Actually, he would say novices, and he says it kind of sharply. The day is yours. Avail yourselves of the festivities. For tonight, we return once more to our purpose. But today is a day of plenty and a day of celebration. Enjoy it. And then he turns to the east. And he says, may we all return to the light as the light returns to us. And he lifts the lantern and it slowly begins to ascend into the sky. And right sort of as the lantern begins to ascend upward, you see the east. Those tendrils of color spill out over the mountains as the sun breaks the horizon. And you see this kaleidoscope of beauty as the light hits. You see this aurora that washes over the sky from the east in silver and gold, bright colors as the sky sort of like just erupts in a riot of light and color. And you see as the sun crests the horizon and the first rays of dawn hit and wash over all of you. Kellic, in that moment, you feel the medallion against your chest.
Oh, snap.
Warm. You feel it against your skin. And almost something settle around you. Like a weight. But not the oppressive weight of something, rather like the embrace of something. And the lanterns all begin to lift into the sky. I would like to know, in this time, you can take a moment, but what did each of you write onto your piece of paper as it floats into the sky? You can take a minute, but I would be curious to know. Don't have to say specifically, just the gist. Seeker.
I probably would have been mumbling this.
Yeah.
I definitely. Dear gods, you suck. Just kidding. Not really. And I do write It has been a weird past few weeks. I miss the light. I don't like the cold. I'm glad the sun's coming back. And for me is important. Even though you didn't make magic specifically. And I am thankful to be warm again.
I hear him say this, I just shake my head.
Amazing.
I am also thankful for these people around me and these new friends here. And please keep them safe.
As your lantern drifts into the air and joins the hundreds of others that slowly begin to ascend, you send your wish, your prayer for the new year skyward and join with the community.
I take a really long time, probably right up until is appropriate to send off the lanterns as the light sort of crests from the sky and starts to wash over everybody. And my brow is furrowed and my eyebrows are scrunched, and I'm trying to think of everything that I want to encapsulate in just not a lot of space and concisely. And I sort of turn the pen over in my hand 1, 2, 3 times. And I think about the last time that I celebrated, actually celebrated the long eve instead of just acknowledging its passing.
Right.
Which was think it was like 15 years ago. And for the third time that week, just settling on something simple, I will write down the name Salix Gwyn and all the hope that carries with that. And I will put my lantern into the sky.
Okay. And a name written as your lantern passes into the sky, joins the others.
I'll write just a simple expression. May the love we share in this moment renew us in spirit, or however many dawns remain. And I'll just let it go.
By one, each of you letting go your lanterns, as Kellex also joins with all of the lanterns as they ascend to the sky.
I'll, after kind of like thinking for a moment, thinking of what Kellex told me, that I can kind of like say something to the gods and maybe they'll hear it. I'll think of the past adventures and things that we've done and hardships we've ran into, and I'll just take the piece of paper and just quickly I'll first write, why can't y'all just get along up there? And I'll kind of like shake it off and I'll just put an X through that. And I'll just write, thank you for bringing us Kellex. And I'll fold it up and put it in the lantern and send it off.
Hard.
And I completely ignore that I'm sending a message to the gods. Send a message that I want to send to people beyond. And I write, Lady Alexandra, thank you for leaving a path for me to follow and for keeping me as safe as you could. Mama, I hope we didn't hurt you and that you're at peace wherever you are. And then I just kind of fold it up. I give it a kiss. And I just put it in my lantern.
As Oma's lantern, I think the last one, rises into the sky, you see these lanterns sort of ascend. This is like kind of a gust of wind, almost a mountain air. This swift change in temperature kind of buoys all of them, and they rise very quickly into the sky. And you see as everybody watches them, and you all get this sense of like everybody's waiting for something, bated breath, looking. And as they ascend, they go higher and higher and higher, still kind of like basically at that transition point where the color meets the blue sky. And as the color washes over them, kind of in a flare, they all vanish.
Wow.
And a cheer. As everybody, the collective voices of 600-700 people in this town, you hear this cheer of joy and exuberance just rise up out of the throats of everybody in this community as they all clap and hug and embrace. And you see all of the people up on the platform. You see as the monks, some of them embrace, some of them just nod politely to one another. This is a sort of different social dynamics at play there.
I sort of look around the group at this and I kind of give them a eyebrows raise, like, pretty good, huh? Kind of a look.
Right. And Kellex, you've heard of this. You've probably seen it before. It doesn't always happen, but every once in a while.
It's nice when it does.